Buenos días, vamos a realizar nuestra entrevista para esta actividad de cultura y negocios. Estamos aquí con Cindy Chen, ella es de Taiwán y nos va a platicar más acerca de su vida laboral dentro de nuestro país, México. Hi Cindy.
Hi.
Where are you from?
I'm from Taiwan.
Do you work now?
Yes, right now I'm a full-time teacher in Ibero-Americano teaching Mandarin.
For how long have you been in Mexico?
For more than 3 years by now.
What was your first job?
Luther King, and they were looking for the Chinese teacher. So I was just there teaching 2 hours a week, just for fun. That was my first job in Mexico.
And how many times have you changed job here in Mexico?
First one is Martin Luther King, and then Dialecta is a language school, but it's also for fun, very short. Really first and more serious job was I was teaching Chino Mandarin for Tec de Monterrey Campus Leon, and after that I came to Ibero-America.
Why did you decide to work here?
Working made me happy, and I can get to know Mexican people, Mexican culture.
What was your first impression working here?
Working in Mexico, actually, Mexican people are very nice and friendly, but when it comes to work, like for example, sometimes students might find me I'm too serious. Yeah, because first we have to be very on time. So I'm very on time, and my students know that. And I have a very low tolerance of students being absent. But some Mexican students, maybe they are used to be late for class.
What difference did you find working as a teacher here and in Taiwan?
That's a general difference because the Chinese students are shy. So it would took us more time to encourage them to speak out, share their opinions, and I don't have that issue with the Mexican student. But Mexican student, in another way, they are very outgoing, and sometimes they are so eager to share their ideas. So sometimes I have to stop them, keep talking.
As soon as you arrived to Mexico, what professional hobbies do you have changed?
Professional habits, so far, not really, I think. Yeah, because I pretty much bring more. I understand when I am in another culture, I have to respect the different culture, the different time, and the students are different. So I pretty much just have to accept what they are. Yeah, be more flexible.
Okay. In which aspects do you find that the Mexican enterprises should improve?
I really think, I don't know about the other big city, maybe better in Guadalajara or Mexico City, but in Leon, my impression is being more internationalized. And I really find out many companies, they're even doing the international business, they don't really have the language ability, don't even mention about the English, okay? Like, you find it very hard to find people here who can really communicate in English. So imagine another languages like Mandarin or Japanese, even difficult.
What do you think about the teamwork in Mexico?
Teamwork, honestly, I never really got into the teamwork so far because my job, I'm teaching Chino Mandarin and nobody else can really do it. So my boss and co-workers, they pretty much just let me do my own work.
What do you think about having days off due to religious reasons?
I think that's very common in every culture. Like for here, we have a days off in Semana Santa and maybe Guadalupe. But for us, that's not our holiday, but we have our other religious holiday. Okay, and like we have a day like April 5th every year is like the Day of the Dead. And that day we had a day off and we go to the cemetery and pay respect.
Do you have a festival in Taiwan? Do you have to go to work or you stop?
If it's a Chinese related festival like Moon Festival, Dragon Ball Festival, Chinese New Year, of course we don't. But in Taiwan, Like Christmas, we don't have a day off. Christmas, we have to go to work because Catholic or Christians are not like majority population in Taiwan.
What work schedule do you have in Taiwan?
Oh, it's very different. But generally, the office in Taiwan, it could be 8 to 5, 9 to 6.
Do employees in Taiwan have a break time while they are working?
Oh, this is a very big culture shock for us. The lunch hour is so late, and then 2 hours lunch break. Yeah, and for us, normally in school, we only have 1 hour lunch break. In office, it depends on the 1 hour or 1.5 hours. That is the maximum. So, like, even now, I'm still not used to for example, my schedule in Ibadan. I start working from 10 a.m. till 7 p.m. I don't have any lunch break. I just work 8 hours full. Yeah, that is, because like 2 hours lunch break, I find that after 2 hours I come back, I don't feel like working anymore.
And do you like to do recent work?
Yes, I love teaching and I love, interacting with students. I have a lot of fun, and so far my co-workers and students are nice.
And what do you dislike about it?
Dislike it, I think it's generally the school system, education system. I really found out they very underpay the teachers in Mexico. Okay, and every time I was so surprised how little money they pay in those language school and how much money they charge.
What change you have had in your personal life or in your family for the impact of the Mexican culture?
I'm married to the Mexican man, and when the first time I brought my husband to see my family, the first thing I told all of my family and also my husband, please don't hug and kiss. You will scare them. And the Mexican people, you just hug and kiss people. And Chinese people, Asian people, we don't feel comfortable for the physical touch. So when you do that, and you are really scared, and so I warned my husband, don't hug or kiss anybody. And he said, nobody? I said, nobody, you can only do that to me. Yeah, and that is the biggest culture shock. Even nowadays, sometimes students or friends want to do that. Sometimes I remember, sometimes I don't. I'm still not good with that.
And do you like chili?
Chili, yes. I love jalapeno. It's a very weird thing. I love jalapeno. I don't understand why people use tajin. I like the fruit, the original flavor. But when you put the tajin on the sandia and that doesn't taste like sandia anymore. But I know the Mexican people want to do that, and I don't like chicharro.
Do you find it easy to communicate with Mexican people?
Actually, that's an interesting question, you know. Like on the surface, it's not difficult to communicate with Mexican people because they are so friendly, so open-minded.
What do you like about the Mexican culture?
The Mexican culture, I think, is the carefree. You guys really know how to enjoy life. Like Mexican people, they don't have much money in their pocket sometimes, they still go out and enjoy themselves. And live at the present moment, but compare with that, Chinese people, we're too serious. We always worry about the future. We have to work hard, we have to save enough money, and we have to make sure the kids got a good grades in school education.
In conclusion, what is your opinion about the way of Mexican work?
Mexican people, like for example, Mexican people tend to live at the present moment. For example, the payment, the salary. Like normally worker, we pay them every week, and for us, they pay us every 2 weeks. But in most Asian countries like us, the boss pay you every month.
Every month?
Every month. Because when we got the money, we always know, okay, a certain percent we have to pay for the bill, certain percent we have to save, and for the investment.
What advice would you give to the Mexicans to their self-development into the business areas?
If the Mexican people, they have to do business or form a partnership with the Asian people, or you want to work in the Asian companies, first you have to change certain habits. For example, you have to be very on time, and you have to get used to work overtime. And sometimes they work overtime, they may not have to pay you because it's part of your duty. And also, you have to mean when you say it, when you promise something, because in our culture, when we promise something, that means a lot, okay? So when you promise something, you make sure you have to do it.
And do you have any experience about working here or something that you would like to share us?
Another story I have shared with my friends and students before is when we tried to register our marriage in the civil registry office here in Lyon, because we got married in Taiwan and we brought a paper here, and we have been through so many troubles. For example, our name is different. In Chinese, we put our family name first, so my name should be Chen, Cindy. Chen is a family name, and Cindy. But the personnel in civil registry, he refused. He recognized Chen is my first name. Okay, so he wants to put the document that way. But we showed them my passport and everything, he refused to change. So finally, I have to ask the Taiwan embassy, the personnel, to call that person to explain. And you know what? That staff in civil registry in Lyon still refused to change. And then the Taiwan embassy officer has to call Guanajuato, their boss. The Guanajuato called them. They are finally willing to make some changes. So those kind of incredible things happen here because they're ignorance. They don't get meet a lot of foreigners. They don't know about the foreign cultures. So they make those kind of mistakes. So that is my hope, to think people can be more, create more opportunities, more help, facilitate people to help foreigners. Yeah. To make us feel more welcome here. So that's it.
Thank you. We'll appreciate this opportunity to have an interview with you, and nos despedimos. Muchísimas gracias. A finalizar esta entrevista.
Okay.